Moving along on this Thanksgiving Eve episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got to give you our game picks. And damn it, Kyle, this week 12 slate, nobody's on bye. Every Thanksgiving week, all 32
All
teams are playing.
16, all
Like I
32, all 16 games.
like I said earlier, we got a triple header tomorrow, a Black Friday game for the first time. We got a juicy Sunday night, juicy Monday night game. But let's get in right now. Tomorrow, 10:30 out here in Denver, Colorado. Oh, boys, it's going to be an early one on Fox. Divisional matchup in the NFC North. We got the 4-6 Green Bay Packers. Just beat your Chargers. Just beat your Chargers. They're going on the road to take on the 8-2 Detroit Lions. The Lions are on a 3-game win streak after that big comeback against Chicago. I think they keep it rolling. Packers aren't going to be able to score with them. Lions at home. Going to get this one done.
Yeah, I agree. Lions, 100%. Packers aren't a good team. Don't let them fool you because they put up 500 yards in the Chargers. Everybody does. That's what I'll say
500?
about that. A
500?
little under 500. It was
Whoa.
Jordan Love's first game over 300 yards. He looked like a good quarterback because everybody does when they play us. I
Wow.
could go play against the Chargers defense and I'd probably look pretty good. I'm serious. Might
Possibly.
put up a solid 189 touchdown pick. But
Throw a
I'm
pick,
not
throw a
a I'm
pick
not
in
an
there.
athlete anymore. I'm not an athlete anymore. So I mean, come on now.
You're not active like you used to be, huh?
No, no.
The Detroit Lions. This is their first 8-2 start since 1962. First 8-2 start since 1962. That's pretty impressive. The middle game on Turkey Day tomorrow. Hopefully, you got some turkey in your stomach by the time this one rolls around because we got another divisional matchup here. NFC East. The 4-7 Washington Football Queefs, the losers of 4-5 after they lost to the Giants last week. They're going to Dallas to get their ass kicked by the 7-3 Cowboys. They're winners of 4-5 after blowing out Carolina last week. I said it, blowout. I think it might be like a 12.5 point spread right now. I'm taking the Cowboys double digits.
I'm going to take the Cowboys as well, not double digits. I think it's going to be a close game. It's a
Okay.
rivalry game. For
Yeah.
some reason, I don't know why the Commanders always play the Cowboys well. They really
Yeah.
do. I
Yeah.
don't get it. It's just a divisional thing. So I think I still take the Cowboys, but I think it's a close game. I think it's a touchdown. I think it's a touchdown.
They end up playing each other in the last week of the season too. Will be the second game of
Yeah.
that one this year.
I do
Last
think it's a shootout though. If we're going off like point spreads, anything like that, I think it's a shootout.
take the over.
Big scores. Yeah, take the over.
Over under right now is at 48.5. Kyle Jennings
Yeah,
saying take the over on that one.
I say take the over on that. I do.
Last one on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Another divisional matchup here. Hopefully this one's going to be juicy. Might be the juiciest one of the day. The 7-3 San Francisco 49ers. They've won 2 in a row after beating Tampa Bay last week. They're going up to Seattle. The Seahawks are sitting at 6-4. They've lost 2 of 3 after losing to the Rams. Kenneth Walker's doubtful. Geno Smith is questionable. He's on track to play, listed as questionable. Zach Charbonnet is going to get a lot of work. I got San Francisco on the road. I don't see Seattle getting this one done. I don't. I got the 49ers in prime time. Brock Purdy keeps it efficient. Big game coming from Brandon Ayuk.
Big fan of Ayuk. Big fan of Ayuk. I'm picking Seattle.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
There you
picking
go.
Seattle.
There you go.
Another divisional game, and Seattle always plays San Fran well. They got their number, man. They always are playing them well. That is contingent on if Geno plays.
Yep.
If Drew Lock plays, I'll take San
No.
Francisco. I watched enough Drew Lock being a Chargers fan to know that that's not going to go well. But I think if Geno plays, I take Seattle in a squeaker.
The Seahawks and Niners are playing again in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, the rematch. So that'll be quick. Moving into Black Friday, the first ever NFL Black Friday game. The Miami Dolphins at 7-3. They're winners of 2 of 3 after beating the Raiders last week at home. This time they're going on the road, going up north to New York, playing the Jets. The Jets are 4-6, losers of 3 in a row. They're benching Zach Wilson. Tim Boyle's coming in. I don't know shit about Tim Boyle. I will tell you, The Jets are converting 22.9% of their third downs this year. That is fucking awful. No, no way can Tim Boyle keep up with the Miami offense. Get the fuck out of here, New York Jets. You fucking suck. See you next year, Miami, on Black Friday.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you again. That's true too.
Oh,
I'm
Tim
going
fucking
Jets.
Boyle. Tim fucking
Tim
Boyle.
fucking Boyle. Tim fucking Boyle. You just need somebody. I think people underestimate how good Garrett Wilson is. It's a shame that Rodgers didn't get to play this year.
A
That
shame.
man is, and he's I truly think that he's a top 7 receiver right now in the NFL. And we just don't know it because he hasn't had anybody to throw him the ball. Um, I think Tim Boyle is good enough. Typically, backups can go through reads. They're just missing the physical talent like that upper tier quarterbacks have. So I think that he's going to be able to do it. I also think that Jets defense is real. I just watched it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Um, that Jets defense is real. And Tua, if you can get a little pressure on him, it changes things. And Tua's got a quick release. He's got a very quick release. But if you can get pressure on him fast, like I think the Jets can, it changes that game, changes the timing, changes that whole offense. So I'm gonna take the Jets.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your spiciest pick today, I think. I think that's gonna be your spiciest one. I like Garrett Wilson, man. He was a keeper for me. And damn it, I got him on my bench right now after the 2 catches for 9 yards and a fumble last week. My God,
Yeah.
my goodness, I can't start him. I can't. I can't. But Tim Boyle, I got Garrett. I got Garrett Wilson on my bench. Unfortunately, right now, right now. Moving in to Sunday morning, making some more game picks here for you. We got a snoozer here. We got a snoozer to start us off. The 1-9 Carolina Panthers. They just got spanked by the Cowboys last week. They're going to Nashville, Tennessee, to take on my sad ass 3-7 Tennessee Titans. Losers of 5 out of their last 6. They also got spanked last week by the Jaguars. This one's going to be a snoozer, but I think I think the Titans are going to get the run game going here. Going to mix it around, get Will Levis a little more comfortable, keep feeding D Hop. Titans are going to get this one done at home.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Um, Panthers are just so bad. That's just simple. They're just very bad. I think Reich might get canned first year, maybe before the first year is over.
Damn.
And I like Reich. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, but yeah, I think Titans got that. Panthers are just bad.
Big one here Sunday morning. The NFC South, the 5-5 New Orleans Saints going on the road to take on the 4-6 Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams are coming off a bye. Falcons lost 3 in a row going into that bye. Max and I have been going back and forth on these two teams all season. He's got the Falcons in the division. I got the Saints. I got some money on FanDuel on the Saints, and I got New Orleans getting this one done on the road. Atlanta, they don't seem to know what they're doing with the quarterback situation. They say Desmond Ritter is going to be the starter again. They're not
Mm-hmm.
they're not using Bijan Robinson. I know he got more work last week. They're not using him like they should be. A number 8 overall pick, and you're just going to have him stand on the sidelines like you and me. Come on. Falcons and Arthur Smith or Queefs. I'm going New Orleans Saints here in this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Arthur Smith, I think that's another coach that might get canned in the middle of the year, if not at the end of the year, um, which is weird. I liked him in Tennessee, but I just he hasn't been utilizing his best players: Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Drake London, none of them. And
All
so
top 10 picks. All top
yeah,
10 picks. Come
yeah,
on.
I just don't know what he's doing. So because of that, I'm gonna pick the Saints. Yeah, Kamara's looks good too. Kamara's
He,
looks
ha-
really good.
he has looked
Yeah.
really good. Another matchup here in the NFC North. Sorry, AFC North. The 6-4 Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a loss at Cleveland. They're going on the road to Cincinnati to take on the 5-5 Bengals. They've lost 2 in a row. They've lost their quarterback, Joe Burrow. They got Jake Browning in there. Are you going to take Jake Browning to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No,
No,
no. Joe Burrow is the heart of the Cincinnati Bengals. They're done. They're
they're
done for
done.
until he gets back. Yeah, they're done.
Bengals are done. Sorry, Bengals fans. Another interesting matchup might be a snoozer, but we got the 4-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've actually lost 5 out of their last 6, Kyle, after losing at the 49ers last week. They're going to Indianapolis. The Colts are 5-5, surprisingly 5-5. They've won 2 in a row. They're coming off a bye, and because of that extra rest, that extra preparation, it pains me to say that I'm going to take the Colts at home to go to 6-5 and have a winning record and have a playoff chance.
Man, this was a tough one for me. This one was very tough. But I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Mm.
I think I think their defense has been playing well. Um, and I don't know. Honestly, this is just a gut feeling. I felt like it was going to be a close game regardless. Both teams are very mid. And my gut just went with I think Baker outplays Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
That was just what, yeah. Mike Evans probably has a plus 100 yards touchdown. I think I'll take the Buck.
I like Mike Evans this week. Definitely.
Yeah.
I like that we're disagreeing too. Another snoozer on Sunday morning, God. If you're not a fan of one of these teams and you're watching this game, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But we got the 2-8 New England Patriots, losers of 3 in a row before their bye, going on the road to take on the New York Giants, sitting at 3-8. They won at Washington last week by 12 with your boy Tommy DeVito. Since you want to bring him up earlier, does Tommy DeVito beat Bill Belichick coming off a bye?
uh, I'm gonna say no. Bill Belichick doesn't lose to young quarterbacks. He can scheme it so that they have no idea what's going on. And that's just the reality. He even did it to Herbert, and Herbert was, a freak. He just his defensive schemes are too good. I'm going with the Patriots, even though they're not good, but still Patriots.
I don't know how the Giants won last week, but Bill Belichick coming off a bye, I'm gonna roll with him. I'm gonna roll with him.
Yeah.
One more game here in the Sunday morning slate for Week 12. We got a juicy one here in the AFC South. The Jacksonville Jaguars sitting at 7-3, just spanked my Titans last week. They're winners of 6 of 7. They're going down to Houston, take on the Texans. They're 6-4. They just beat Arizona. They've won 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5. I was back and forth on this one, Kyle. I really was. And what was it, week 3? Houston went to Jacksonville, spanked them 37-17. I can see that going again. I'm not a believer in the Jaguars. I'm not. I'm going CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Devin Dingleberry, and the Houston Texans at home. Gonna get this one done.
Think you're going to be surprised, but I agree with you.
Oh,
I kind of think the Jags are just a little bit of fraudish, a little bit. Like I just every time I watch them, I'm like, how are you? How are they're 7-3? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
How?
yeah,
How?
yeah.
Yeah. And Houston's looked really good, really, really good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Houston as well.
I'm going Houston with you. Moving into the Sunday afternoon games, we got 4 this week. Starting here with the Cleveland Browns, 7-3. Very impressive 7-3 Cleveland Browns. They've won 3 in a row, and they've won 5 of their last 6 after beating Pittsburgh last week. They're coming here to Denver, Colorado, to play maybe one of the hottest teams in the NFL, the Broncos. 5-5, winners of 4 in a row. Just beat the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Don't call me crazy, but I think the Denver Broncos right here. Don't sleep on the Broncos helmet. They're going to win 5 in a row. They're going to take down the Browns here and DTR at quarterback. Let's go Broncos.
Sad as it makes me to say it and pick a division rival, gotta go with the Broncos. Like I said, DTR young. Think he may have a future as a high end backup in the league, but just don't think he's there yet. That Browns defense, although, is real, is very real.
Yeah.
So if they can squeak out a defensive touchdown, maybe a special teams touchdown, might change the game. But I'm going to pick the Broncos. I think
This is going to be a good game. I think everybody would be surprised to hear that Russell Wilson leads the NFL in touchdown to interception ratio. He has 19 touchdowns and only 4 picks this year. I'm shocked. I'm shocked right now that he's getting it going. Him and Cortland Sutton, they're getting something going there.
I'm also shocked. If you remember my bold prediction from the AFC West, I said he'd be benched by
Oh
week
yeah,
13.
that
I
does
think I
sound
said week
familiar.
13. That's it. What I don't know. I don't remember what week, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So
Yeah,
I was a little off there. But at the beginning, though, I did
hey,
say after those first couple games, I was like, I might be right. I might
yeah,
be right.
yeah. That was a juicy one. That was a juicy one. Moving into the NFC West, we got the 4-6 Rams going to Arizona to play the 2-9 Cardinals. The Rams ended their 3-game losing streak last week with that 1-point win over the Seahawks. The Cardinals lost that close one at Houston after winning against the Falcons. I think Kyler Murray, he's gonna keep getting better and better every week. James Conner is not healthy too, gonna be feeding him. I don't know about the Rams. Is Cooper Cup going to play? How healthy is Matthew Stafford? Kyron Williams is supposed to be back. I don't know. I'm going to go Arizona at home. I'm going to go Cardinals at home.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
First time this
go
year. First time I've picked them this
really
year. Yeah, I
first
think so.
time.
I think so.
Cooper Cup is banged up. I think I've changed my pick. I was
Ooh.
gonna go with the Rams. They're getting Kyron Williams back. Thought
Ooh.
they might run all over him, but Kyler did play very well. I think you convinced me. Um,
Oh, swayed you, huh?
I'm gonna go with Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I think Kyler's gonna have enough because the Rams aren't a very good team. Um, so I think Kyler's gonna be a big enough difference. I think they get to dub.
Another divisional matchup in your AFC West. The 7-3 Kansas City Chiefs. They've lost 2 of their last 3 after they lost to Philly Monday Night Football last week. They're going to Las Vegas to take on another surprising record here, 5-6, the Raiders. They lost by 7 at Miami last week. I don't like the Raiders, Kyle. I don't like the Raiders. I rarely ever pick them. I'm not going to pick them to beat the Chiefs. That Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelsey on the road, that MVS drop on Monday night was horrific. It ruined my fucking parlay. He needed 18 and a half yards and got a goose. He catches 3 or 4 balls, maybe even gets in the end zone this week. I got Chiefs on the road.
I unfortunately have to agree. Although I will say, Raiders sometimes play the Chiefs feisty.
Sure.
They got that interim head coach energy. It looks like everybody hated Josh McDaniels. they,
Yeah.
they might go out. I think that was another one of our predictions that he got fired. I can't remember, but
I have to
I
go
talked
back.
to somebody about that.
I have to go
Um,
back.
but I would say, yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win, but the Raiders always play them feisty. So sorry, my
I,
dogs are dogging over here.
I am
Go,
I even hear him.
go.
I even hear him.
You couldn't even hear him.
Nope.
Go,
Last
get out of here.
game in the Sunday afternoon slate. Got another juicy one here. Another juicy one. The 6-5 Buffalo Bills. They just spanked the Jets last week to end their 2-game losing streak. They're going to Philadelphia to take on the 9-1 Eagles. Just talked about it. They beat Kansas City in Kansas City on Monday Night Football last week. Eagles might be the best team in football. Buffalo has surprised me with their inconsistencies and Josh Allen's all his interceptions. Stephon Diggs, who knows if he wants to stay or if he wants out. I don't really care, but I don't know. It's a lot going on in Buffalo. I got the Eagles here. I got the Eagles at home.
I am actually going to go with the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
Um,
baby.
there's been, like you said, a lot going on in Buffalo. Josh Allen's been sporadic, um, but they recently fired their offensive coordinator, and I don't know if you saw, but last week Joe Brady, and I wanted him. He was one of the options that I wanted as offensive coordinator for the Chargers. Um, Joe Brady was kind of cooking. He was
Yeah.
kind of cooking,
Yeah, yeah.
and Eagles, well, I think they're a very, very good team, a top 5 team in the league. A lot of people are making them out to be this juggernaut, which I don't think they are. Their
Okay.
roster is very nice, but then you actually see it come together and see them play. It's like, okay, that's a very good football team, but not an unstoppable juggernaut. So I'm gonna take the Bills. I think they're gonna put up some points and get the dub.
Nice. I hope this one's on locally here because that Bills Eagles, that's a juicy one there.
Yeah.
Sunday night prime time, baby. This one's gonna be on NBC. I know it's gonna be on your TV because your 4-6 Chargers, they're gonna host the 8-3 Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens have won 5 of their last 6. They've
6 of
scored
the last 7.
in 6 of their last 7, huh? They've scored over 30 in 5 straight games after not hitting 30 in their first 6. The Chargers, I've talked about it before, how inconsistent they are. They started the season losing 2 in a row, then they won 2 in a row, then they lost 2 in a row, then they won 2 in a row, and now they've lost 2 in a row. Okay, they're just 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row. No way in hell that I'm going to sit up here and pick the Chargers tonight. Ravens on the road. Kyle, you going to pick your squad or you going to surprise me here?
I'm gonna surprise you.
Oh,
Wait, is it surprising that I'm not picking them? Because I'm not.
I don't know what's. I think it would be surprising if you did pick your squad. Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
confused
Well, then I'm
myself
not
on
going to
that one.
surprise you.
I
I'm not
confused
going to surprise
myself on
you.
that one.
No, yeah, that we're losing. We're losing. Like I said, trash at the beginning of the beginning of the pod. Trash. We're just not. Our defense is just not good. We lost Joey Bosa. He's on IR. Our pass rush, unfortunately, was one of the best things we had. We were like top 10 in the league in sacks. We lost one of our best edge rushers. Still have 2 good ones, but we picked up a practice squad player. We just don't have the juice on defense to do it. I think it might be, like I said earlier, I think Herbert's going to have a good game. I think Keenan Allen's going to have a good game. I think it'll probably be a pretty high scoring game. But I still think the Ravens win by 10.
10
Yeah.
double
So,
digits. Jeez. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's a juicy one. It can't be Monday. Monday night prime time, last game on the slate. I don't know how, but the Chicago Bears keep getting in freaking prime time. I don't want to watch the Bears. I don't want to watch the Bears. They're 3-8. They squandered away that win last week at Detroit. They've lost three of their last 4 now. They're going to Minnesota. The Vikings are 6-5. Their 5-game win streak ended last week at Denver. Here in the Broncos, Russell Wilson took them down, but they get back on their feet here. The Bears aren't going to win in Minnesota. I know Justin Fields is back. I like Justin Fields, and he can run around all he wants. But Minnesota, I don't see Justin Jefferson playing, but T.J. Hockenson will be in there. Jordan Addison. I like the Vikings in this one.
I am also going to go with the Vikings. I just don't. Same thing with the Panthers. I just don't think the Bears are a very good team. Um, I like Justin Fields, kind of ish. um, he's exciting at least to watch, but I don't think the Bears roster just in general is just not very good, not very talented. Yeah, so I picked the Vikings as well.